Because yes, Floyd didn't have the punching power Gervonta had, but even if Gervonta lands, I don't see him hurting Jake to the point he knocks him out.
And I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah.
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
Maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
Oh, he's so small.
He's so small.
Jake Paul responded with determination after witnessing Gervonta Davis's intense, almost intimidating preparation. Yet he emphasized optimism and confidence in his own journey. He acknowledged Davis as a skilled competitor, but stressed his faith in personal development, consistent training, and strong mindset. Paul explained that resilience, focus, and positivity have fueled his progress through 5 years of dedicated investment in growth and improvement. Highlighting countless sparring sessions without defeat, he reinforced his belief in performance, discipline, and preparation. For Paul, entering the ring represents more than athletic skill. It symbolizes leadership, opportunity, and proving that confidence and discipline ultimately deliver results. The central challenge preventing a potential Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul event is the significant disparity in weight classes. Davis thrives in lighter divisions where speed, precision, and explosive performance define his professional reputation. Paul, however, naturally competes much heavier, aligned with cruiserweight standards. Analysts highlight that this gap is not minor, but a structural barrier, making the matchup commercially unrealistic. Beyond skill, physical mass translates into leverage, endurance, and resistance. Because of these measurable risks, experts argue the proposed showdown remains speculation. Despite its premium entertainment appeal, promoters prioritize athlete safety, strategic credibility, and sustainable marketplace value.
There's no way in hell this fight was ever going to happen. And the fact that y'all believed it, I don't know, you're stupid. So Rick Thompson, chairman of the Georgia Athletic Commission, told USA Today Sports that Paul's promotion company withdrew its request for permits and a rule waiver, citing the 65-pound weight difference between the fighters. The Rick Thompson guy straight up said they've been promoting something they should not have been. Come on, guys, like, use your brains. Y'all boxing fans, you understand this. This fight was never going to happen. This is the article from USA Today. It says the status of the proposed fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis under scrutiny because of the weight discrepancy between the two fighters. Rick Thompson is coming out and saying this stuff because he said he believes it's in the public's best interest to know that they've been promoting something they should not have been. Communications director for the Office of the Secretary of State told USA Today Sports the event will not be happening. But funny enough, tickets are still available. You could still purchase them online, and the fight is still listed on the State Farm Arena event.
Fresh controversy develops as reports confirm Georgia declined hosting Gervonta Davis, forcing Jake Paul to redirect his promotional strategy toward Miami. The decision highlights how volatile negotiations for premium exhibition matches remain. States calculate not only projected revenue, but also compliance, reputation, and marketplace risks when approving major combat sports. For Davis, Georgia's refusal underscores how his brand generates opportunity, yet controversy. For Paul, Miami aligns perfectly with attention-driven marketing. Relocation impacts logistics, consumer psychology, and market engagement. With Miami evolving into a celebrity event investment hub, the move ensures visibility, revenue optimization, and sustained global audience interest.
Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul both let everybody know that the location for their exhibition fight has changed from Atlanta to Florida. And let me tell you, it wasn't because Jake Paul just woke up in the morning and decided that he was going to change the venue. No, it was because of politics once again getting in the way of a Gervonta Davis fight. The amount of times that local small politicians play around with Gervonta Davis and Gervonta Davis's fights is at the point of being ridiculous right now. There is no way without coercion that this many venues, that Gervonta Davis has this many problems with venues. But this time, it wasn't a problem with the venue. It was a problem with the state of Georgia. Now, before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of the videos like this. It's a little $ by a comment. And thank you to my guy that did it yesterday with the big $5 holler. Thank you so much, man. I'll thank you directly in the video. But let's get to this because I'm sick of this, man. Every single solitary time, well, over the last 2 years, pretty much, and I'm saying this because I believe this to be true, pretty much since Gervonta Davis started having an argument with Turki Al-Sheikh.
Former champion Chris Algieri highlighted Jake Paul's innovative role in today's boxing landscape. He explained that regardless of victory or defeat, Paul strategically markets the sport with a premium digital influence few traditional athletes deliver. By leveraging celebrity culture, crossover entertainment, and massive online platforms, Paul attracted fresh global audiences who previously ignored boxing. His ability to secure headline names and generate record pay-per-view attention demonstrates marketing genius. Algieri argues this unique promotional strategy expands boxing's growth potential, proving that modern success comes not only from championships, but from visionaries who merge athletic performance with entertainment innovation.
Jake, but it's mostly win-win for him. Right. So what does Gervonta Davis?
Whoa, hold on. I gotta respond.
That's what I want, Chris. Go ahead.
I didn't even get to talk.
Please.
So, what has he done for the sport? I mean, manufactured or not, he went out there and he performed and he got knockouts and people tuned in. Boxing fans tuned in. And you can talk about that shoe fight and that shoe. They're not boxing fans. Gervonta Davis sold pay-per-views to boxing fans. And he got boxing fans to come to fights, which is so needed. Desperately needed in this day and age.
They marketed him that way. You can market anybody. You can market it that way. You can market it that way. And champ, you should know better because you and I were very marketable and never got any marketing except as opponents for high-level fighters. And you should know that. They talk about great white hypes and all this other stuff. No, that's absolutely not true. They manufacture what they want to manufacture. Shakur Stevenson can be marketable. He's not ghetto enough. Andre Ward was very marketable. He's not ghetto enough. Why do black fighters only get marketed when they're quote-unquote ghetto, when there's class guys who you can market as great examples? Shakur Stevenson, Andre Ward, so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'm saying it. People complain because I'm too real, and I'm going to be honest. Why could Ray Leonard be manufactured as a... I don't even want to use the word manufactured because Ray Leonard actually was legit.
Great fighter.
But Ray Leonard promoted as the class guy, and it worked. Why could you do it back then, but now you can't do it? Andre Ward was gold medalist the same way, class, could speak, mature, poised, could fight his ass off. Why didn't you market him the way you marketed Ray Leonard? What happened between 1976 and 2004? Why are you marketing only? Why are you marketing only Thug Life? Why? And I'm not saying, okay, I wasn't a part of this because I was a big fan of the hip-hop gangster rap generation and all this other stuff. But as a 44-year-old, you start to realize the concept of the entire scope of things. Why are you not marketing guys like Shakur Stevenson more? Why are you marketing this guy who doesn't want any of the smoke? Shakur has wanted all the smoke. This guy doesn't want any of the smoke.
Analysts remain split when evaluating Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul. Critics emphasize the size disparity, suggesting any serious contest is unrealistic and would likely default to an exhibition. Exhibitions, however, often lack credibility and sustained audience engagement, limiting marketability. Supporters counter that Davis's speed, technical intelligence, and professional pedigree outweigh physical disadvantages. They argue his elite experience, premium skill set, and proven performance against champions establish competitive credibility. For them, This matchup represents not weight, but quality. A proven fighter versus a novice brand builder. Audiences imagine Davis showcasing sharp execution and exposing Paul's limitations, despite the measurable size gap.
Before I say any comment about it, my question is, what's the rules? And like, are they going to actually try and knock each other out? Because it's going to be a glorified sparring match. I'm not watching, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Jake's going to have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. Gervonta's so fast and skilled.
Gervonta's going to eat his
I thought
guts.
Jake was going to fight Anthony Joshua. That seemed
No, that
more,
was actually getting.
That is
sounded
the
more
craziest
interesting.
idea I've ever heard. Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua is, crazy.
Not a sanctioned professional bout. This means the fight will not count towards either fighter's professional records.
So it's still being finalized.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
What is so behind the scenes? You think there are things like, hey, we
Yes.
don't punch each other in the jaw?
Yep. Or don't go. We can punch in the face, but don't go for broke. Like, don't knock me out.
Really?
Yeah. It's an exhibition.
That's
so
not
they can
very
get away
interesting
with
to
it.
me.
No. Until I find the rule sets. But when I hear exhibition, I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah.
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
Maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
Oh, he's so small.
He's so small. I mean, he's really small. Bring up Gervonta Davis next to Floyd Mayweather, because I've seen Floyd in person, and he's tiny. You've seen Floyd in person.
I've worked with Gervonta and Floyd.
Tiny.
Well, Floyd
dude.
likely has shoes on there.
Oh, dude, he's so small.
He's tiny, guys.
Yeah. I mean, he's so small. Wow.
Chael Sonnen, recognized for sharp commentary, explained that Jake Paul surprised audiences by targeting Gervonta rather than Anthony Taylor, the expected opponent. Sonnen highlighted that while Gervonta Tank Davis delivers elite fighting skill, he isn't naturally positioned as a promotional powerhouse. Paul, however, combines athletic performance with proven marketing strategy, building influence, and mainstream attention. Sonnen emphasized that this dual dynamic is crucial. Davis supplies authentic talent, while Paul generates digital revenue, brand exposure, and expansive audience growth. Together, they elevate the fight into a partnership blending success, influence, and unmatched promotional reach.
It is the exact opposite of Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul for 2. So the fight that was being dangled and rumored in front of us, the exact opposite has happened. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is not fighting nobody. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is fighting Tank Davis. Okay. So there's one big glaring issue for me. It's just your partner being Tank Davis. Tank is not the guy that knows how to sell a fight. Tank cannot sell a fight in his own division. It could be a title fight, a contenders fight, a main event fight. He could be the favorite. He could be the underdog. Tank doesn't know how to bring that information to you guys in a way that is compelling. And Tank is already blinking in this situation. You have one guy who is argued amongst the pound for pound current greats in boxing. You have another guy that has suggested he should not even be allowed to box, that he should have to call it something different. He should not be licensed. He should not be ranked in the top 14. He should never be selected for a world title. Okay. Now, Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport.
Many industry analysts suggest that while Gervonta Davis is celebrated for explosive knockout ability in lightweight and super featherweight divisions, that advantage may not scale effectively against Jake Paul's larger frame. They emphasize Paul's natural weight, body composition, and durability create measurable resistance Davis cannot easily offset. In lower categories, Davis's precision and power deliver consistent results, but against a structurally bigger opponent, those advantages may diminish. Analysts highlight physics, scalability, and market reality. Skill matters, but size shields. This fuels debate that Davis versus Paul resembles branded entertainment content more than a balanced, competitive sporting investment.
The Gervonta fight makes no sense to me because yes, Floyd didn't have the punching power Gervonta had, but even if Gervonta lands, I don't see him hurting Jake to the point he knocks him out. So what are we even doing? Where's the idea of this where's the idea that Gervonta is even gonna hurt him? He may hurt him to the body, whatever. Jake doesn't want to throw as much, but I don't see him one punch knocking Jake out. And, the same thing was kind of said with Logan. Like, okay, Floyd probably won't knock him out, but probably going to outbox him. I get where Dana's coming from. These things are not meant to be competitive fights. They're meant to make money and to, I guess, scratch that itch of the circus mystery unknown.
And Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than fucking Floyd, but he's too small. I mean, your brother's going to be able to, get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up. But I don't hate your brother. Your brother's out there doing his thing. But it cracks me up that they want to start suing people that are talking shit when your brother talks more shit than anybody talks.
I think the thought process behind it is, okay, so Jake and I are obviously pretty polarizing individuals. And when an echo chamber starts and a rumor mill starts of like staged fight bullshit, which like these fights aren't staged, that's just, it's at that level, it's like almost impossible. I think they think that it affects the business and it affects the brand because people discredit him as actually having legitimate bouts. I think that's the theory. So to hold people accountable for
legitimate
perpetuating
meaning,
the rumor.
Legitimate meaning not fixed.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And
which is, I mean, again, Dana would do the same thing if his company became known for doing fixed fights when they weren't. Then he would try to find the same way to hold people accountable if they were reputable people saying that, right? So the whole Jake suing people for blatantly trying to say he fixes fights or he stages fights or people have no knockout clauses and all the other bullshit, I understand. Now, again, people need to use their words more accurately if they're upset about what Jake is doing. All you have to do, if you're upset with the way Jake is moving in his career, is say, what some people do say, which is, we like to see Jake challenge himself. We don't want to see these exhibitions, these fights that don't make sense for what you said you want to do or what you purport to want to be in the sport of boxing, which is a world champion. We want to see you fight active fighters around your skill level. That's it. But you can't go on there and go, oh, look, another rigged fight. Oh, look, another fake fight. Oh, look, he's staging another one.
Many analysts argue Jake Paul's rise in boxing reflects calculated marketing, digital promotion, and disruption of long-standing traditions. By inviting retired champions into lucrative headline matches, critics say he prioritizes revenue and publicity over sporting legacy. Even global icons like Mike Tyson have re-entered arenas, energizing audiences but sparking investment-level concerns about athletes' safety. The balance between entertainment and exploitation grows uncertain when legends accept offers they might otherwise reject. Financial opportunity is undeniable, yet reputation, innovation, and health remain at risk. Paul thrives on controversy, proving he's willing to challenge legacy strategies to maximize brand attention and digital growth.
Perpetuating the rumor.
Legitimate meaning not fixed.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And
which is, I mean, again, Dana would do the same thing if his company became known for doing fixed fights when they weren't. Then he would try to find the same way to hold people accountable if they were reputable people saying that, right? So the whole Jake suing people for blatantly trying to say he fixes fights or he stages fights or people have no knockout clauses and all the other bullshit, I understand. Now, again, people need to use their words more accurately if they're upset about what Jake is doing. All you have to do, if you're upset with the way Jake is moving in his career, is say what some people do say, which is, we like to see Jake challenge himself. We don't want to see these exhibitions, these fights that don't make sense for what you said you want to do or what you purport to want to be in the sport of boxing, which is a world champion. We want to see you fight active fighters around your skill level. That's it. But you can't go on there and go, oh, look, another rigged fight. Oh, look, another fake fight. Oh, look, he's staging another one. Right? That's the thing that's, again, false. So that I get it. I get why they're upset, but I also get why people categorize it the way they do. You just got to be better with your words. That's it.
And not many of the fights are legitimate fights, but not being fixed. Hey, you hit me here and I hit you there.
Yeah, I mean, Dana, that's insane. I
agree.
Let's choreograph.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if people are fucking saying stupid shit? People say dumb shit about me, my business, all the time.
True.
Former champion Sean Porter defended Gervonta Davis's exhibition with Jake Paul, explaining critics overlook the financial strategy behind the decision. Porter stressed the fight is less about legacy in the ring and more about generating income, stability, and long-term security for Davis and his family. With exhibition rules limiting risk, the event is positioned as entertainment, brand growth, and digital exposure. Fighters often navigate short careers, so maximizing opportunity and revenue is vital. From Porter's perspective, Davis isn't selling out. He's investing in his future, building marketplace relevance, and delivering value to global audiences while sustaining his professional brand.
They're trying to make it safer and, all those sorts of things, but there's still this pureness to boxing that really doesn't exist in sports anymore, but it's still there with boxing. I think that's why people have such a problem with this kind of move from Tank Davis.
Is it more the heart? How do you guys feel being boxers?
Man, once you hear the numbers, I'm they're talking I don't know the official one. They're talking about 100 mil.
Oh damn.
They're talking about these insane numbers. I'm gonna be don't take that. I'm not gonna tell another man not to take that type of check, especially for something like that. It's not on your official record. It's an exhibition. I'm not gonna lie here and act like I'm not gonna say yes to 100 million or something like that. But I do see exactly what you're saying about the essence of boxing. I wish they would kind of separate it a little more, because exhibitions have always been a thing. There's always been an argument.
Right.
But they're just selling it like a real fight almost.
Right.
So I think that maybe if we could create a better distinction, more of a difference.
Right.
There might be less hate on it, but at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to tell Tank not to take that fight.
Thanks for watching today's video. Subscribe for insights. Updates tomorrow.